Hey, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome back to the channel where today I'm going to tell you what I believe are the worst things about this Loewe Bild 55 OLED. Now don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom with this TV because I've also done a best things about video and I'll put a link to that in the description. Okie dokie, let's not mess around then and crack on with the first worst thing about this TV, and that is the remote control. Now, if you've already seen my best things about video, you may be saying, well, you said it was one of your best things. Well, yes. Well, so build quality is great. The length of it is just massive. Just check that out. Look at it. I mean, I've got pretty big hands, but that is a big remote control. Now the problem is you've got these lovely shortcuts down the bottom, but then you've got to keep shuffling around like this to get to the other end of the remote. Look at that, to press the power off button there and then do a shuffle down again. It's just really awkward when it's that long. I think they could have really sort of shortened it down a bit. We don't need all this at the bottom. I'm sure it could have been redesigned slightly better than that. I mean, other manufacturers make them shorter, so I don't know why this is just so long. Whoa, look at it. So that is the first worst thing about this TV. Next up on the worst things about this TV is the location of the branding. So as you can see, we got it shoved on the side there. Now don't get me wrong, it's a nice badge, but I think it just looks a little bit awkward there. It's like a label you get on a pair of jeans or something, you know, sticking out the side of the pocket. I just think it looks a little bit odd there on the side, and I prefer things to be a bit more symmetrical than that. So yeah, might only be a little thing, but it could be something that actually gets on your nerves. So that's the next worst thing about this TV. Next worst thing about this TV is the price. Now this is just a 55-inch OLED, yet it costs £3,000. That is a lot of money for an OLED TV. Now you can pick up TVs that are very similar to this and actually better spec'd for what, half the price of this, maybe even going down as a third of the price. So yeah, it is a big hit to the wallet, and to be honest, as much as the build quality is very good, I don't really understand how they can justify that sort of price tag. So that is the next worst thing about this TV. Moving along now, and next up on the list is the brightness, or should I say the lack of it. Now don't get me wrong, for the average consumer it's probably bright enough, but when you consider its £3,000 price tag, there are far brighter OLEDs out there for the money, and a lot less actually. And realistically, I was expecting it to keep up with the brightness levels of some of the top end OLEDs of 2023. So that is the next worst thing about this TV. Now this next worst thing, I was quite disappointed myself because I heard great things about this TV when it comes to the sound. But personally, I don't think it's all that. Now don't get me wrong, it's got the volume there and it is pretty clear, but I just feel it is really lacking in the bass side of things. Now don't get me wrong, it is a thin TV, but for this sort of price tag again, and the way that people have been raving about, I did expect better. And I think the addition of a small sub in the back would have really helped give it a more richer, fuller sound. And realistically, I think what they want people to do is go out and buy one of their sound bars, which are apparently very good and easily connected to the TV. But again, at this sort of price point, you shouldn't really have to do that. And I think they could have just pushed about a little bit more when it comes to the speakers that are included as standard. So that is the next worst thing about this TV. Now let's move on to what I personally believe is the biggest downside of this TV. And well, it's just easier to show you. So I've got an Xbox Series X and I'm going to go into the 4K TV details. So it says just there, your TV setup doesn't support 4K UHD at 120 Hz. And it also says that your TV supports Dolby Vision for gaming up to 60 Hz. So yeah, That's all we can get. 4K 60, not 4K 120. And to be honest, I think at £3,000 we would all expect this TV to do the full 4K 120Hz for gaming. So I think that is a massive letdown. I really don't understand how they can sell a TV at this price point and not have 4K 120. To me, that is a massive flop. But please let me know in the comments section, is that me being over the top, or would you expect it at this price point? Well, there you have it then, guys. Now do me a favour, and if you appreciate my honesty, a lot of people don't, but if you do, then do me a favour by giving me a thumbs up. Helps push these videos out and helps support the channel. And if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on next one. Bye for now.